Good afternoon, boys and girls. It's time for the Cap Guy show, starring the Cap Guy, the CEO of this business, me. It's a Saturday morning or afternoon, actually, and I'm not going to go in today what I sold yesterday because I only sold 3 items and it was about $41 in sales after a home run record day. But today I think I hit the grand slam of sales. I hit 2 sales today. One was a guy that cleans out storage lockers, and the other one was an estate sale. And I'm sorry for your passing, and I'm sorry for your husband's passing, and I'm sorry for, or thank you for his service. Apparently, he was a Vietnam veteran, and I'm sorry that he passed. But I went to the sales, spent $180 total between the 2 sales. Got one thing personally. I got a chainsaw for me, and I gave $15 for that, so that's included in that number. The rest of it, I'm still going through the stuff, but I'm going to show you a sample of what I bought today and the things that are out there that are worth a lot of money. I'm still learning again, and here we go. Some of this is at the first sale, some is at the second. The second sale had a lot of Harley Davidson stuff. Stuff like this, the Harley plates, 1992 or 94. I'm sorry, it's a steel plate. That's easily $25. And again, at this sale I gave $100 for everything that you're going to see, and then I gave $65 at another sale, and then $15 for the chainsaw. A couple of these, I don't really know what these are. They're some kind of cases. Maybe they're pool cue cases or they're some other kind of case. But there's 2 of these. Harley Live to Rides. I'll figure those out. I found this 4-star Halex pool cue in the case. Looks like that comp set at about $60 again. And then there was a bag of camera accessories and cameras. I thought there was only 1 or 2 cameras in it, but it turns out there's 3. They're Minoltas. And the third one is another brand. I'm trying to get this Harley thing off of me. Asahi Pentax. All these comped out, pre-owned at anywhere from $50 to $110 each. So obviously that's a good flip. I found 4 of these at the first yard sale. These are some kind of communications, I think, with cranes or railroads or something. But I paid $2 a piece for these, and these comp out. And they're all a little bit different, but they're all in that $150 to $200 range a piece is what they've sold for. So again, even if I get $100, I'll be tickled. Don't know what they're used for, but I don't care once you buy them. Some Richard Petty. I found a lot of Richard Petty stuff at the first one. Not a lot of it's valuable, but I gave about $20 for the whole box. And so most of the collectibles that I got that were Richard Petty, I thought they might be worth a little more. I didn't take the time to comp them. I was trying to run. I did find this Pittsburgh Steelers helmet phone. It's on a base, and I saw it's an old style phone, as you can see. And this thing sells. I gave $5 for that. That comped out at about $150, maybe a little more. And then he also had a camera, and this one is a Canon. Trying to unzip it with one hand here. Oops. I got a bunch of Harley t-shirts. None of them were vintage, single stitch, but I did find some Marlboro t-shirts, and one of them was a single stitch. So that means it's vintage, and they're brand new with tags. This is a Sony camera. I was trying to remember the model. I guess it's right there. This, when I comped it, it was about $150 as well, and I gave $5 for that. I got some jackets. This one here is Anthony's, and I don't know what you'd call that jacket, but it's a style I'm familiar with, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head. And then I've got this one. This is a Rancher's Shot, New York City, authentic Western Sherpa style vest, and that's definitely a $50 to $80 deal. I got some Harley jackets. This one here is got a lot of the tassels on it, and it's got the insert. It's genuine leather, Thin slit 3M. That's at least $100 jacket. Could be $200. I've got another one. This isn't Harley, and it doesn't have a name, but it does also a leather jacket with tassels, as you can see. I found this Peterbilt jacket, and it's King Louis. I haven't comped this one yet, but trucking stuff sells, and this is Oklahoma Trucks, not Peterbilt. Here's another Harley jacket, and again, I gave $80 for everything you saw so far, and then I gave $20 for another group of stuff that I picked up afterwards. This Harley jacket is heavy, and as you can see, so again, that's probably a $150 deal. I found I think this goes to a 360 Xbox. It's a Guitar Hero Fender Stratocaster toy guitar. I wish it was a real thing. Don't know what the comp is on that yet. There's a Harley backpack that's worth about 15 or 20. Found two of these, and these are vintage. They're tire checkers for a trucker. Peterbilt, obviously. 50 years of class, and you can see 39 to 89. So these are vintage. I don't know what these go for. Just a basic tire checker goes for about $20 on eBay. But because these are vintage and they're Peterbilt associated, those will be going up in price. They won't be $20. Some of these game controllers, I looked these up, and some of these are 20 and 30. This Weeder sweat thing is new. It's worth about 10. And then a bunch of ball caps, Freightliner, O'Reilly's NHRA, Cummins. Some of these are older, vintage snapback caps. Nothing with the 3 stripes or K products. There's a Caterpillar. There's a couple Caterpillars in there. What else did I find? I'm still going through stuff. A bunch of T-shirts, like I said. Some of them, like this one. This might be the single stitch one. Yeah, here's a single stitch Marlboro. And single stitch is vintage, meaning it's 90s or before. And even though it's got tobacco on it, and I know a lot of people don't want to talk about tobacco anymore, but Marlboro Unleashed got the coyote on it. See if there's a year on this. I don't see a year, but I'll check that. A bunch of the figures, like I said, I got a bunch of these, and that's the ones I was talking about a little while ago. I found a bunch of Flintstones from 1985. Paid $5 for those. More die-cast cars and toys, and a Harley Eagle. Got to clean him up. He's a stuffed plush, but it's Harley Davidson, as you can see. And more ball caps down here. Another Peterbilt with a floral Hawaiian design. Here's another one, I Fear No Rock. A bunch of Vegas poker chips. And a box of electronics. I found a TI-30 calculator as well. And a bunch of, as you can see here, just an assortment of phones. I don't know what other electronics are in here because I just grabbed the box and did it as a lot. Again, I paid $180 for everything that you've seen, plus some that you haven't seen. There's a lot of accessories in the camera bag that I made piecemeal with if they don't go to these cameras. Lens covers, those have a little bit of value. A lot of die-cast cars, still new in the package. A lot of Pittsburgh Steeler accessories and toys and things from the 90s and 80s. That helmet's going to be a good one. The leather jackets will be good. The cameras, the pull cue, and some of the other accessories. So if I don't make at least a couple grand off this, I'll be disappointed because that's a lot of good stuff. Karen found a bunch of Christmas collectibles. Paid $15 at one spot for about 11 of them, and then another one she got 40 of them for $20, so $35 invested, and she's looking at probably close to $1,000. Most of them are worth $30 a piece. So they're new in their foam packages, or the styrofoam. So again, we just hit 2 sales, and my little car was full, so we couldn't go anywhere else. We passed on, and you'll probably make comments about this, but they had PV preamp equipment and turntables and stuff like that in a storage building out there, and I didn't buy them because one, it didn't have room, and 2, I don't want to ship that heavy stuff, but I know the markup on them is pretty good. I should have took my truck this morning. I guess that's where I learned, but took my little Infiniti G37 and it just was full top to bottom. And I had to go to the post office and drop off my sales from yesterday, and I couldn't have put another thing in there anyway unless I made Karen walk. So outside of that, wasn't a great day yesterday, but got a lot going on. My 15% sale ends today, so I should have some good sales today, and I'm going to start cleaning this stuff up, getting it listed, and spend the day doing that. So y'all have a great day. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you have a good day thrifting as well.